Hello students, good morning to all. So today we are heading towards our next chapter, chapter number 4, that is business services. Likewise, in the first chapter under industry and commerce, I have already told you that there are some auxiliary trade which are must to the business. These are complementary to the business. In this chapter, we will read about them. So, before starting our theoretical part, I want to share a case with you. With the help of that case, we will learn that meaning of business services, how these services are helpful to our business, and various other concepts. So listen to the case. Suppose you are running a petrol pump and you want to open this one into the village. So to open a petrol pump in village, you have to face various difficulties. What are these difficulties a petrol pump owner has to face? The first one he has to face is how he will procure the petrol or diesel in large quantities. Second problem he will face, the petrol pump owner, that how he will arrange the petrol pump, petrol or diesel, in village, because petrol is produced from the oil refineries and it has been delivered to that particular village where he want to open his petrol pump. So how he will tackle with this problem? Third problem he will face, how he will cover risk. There is certain risk in opening a petrol pump, like risk of fire or damage or various other risks. How he will cover them? Next problem he may face, how he will contact to his suppliers or customers. One more problem he may face, how he will store that petrol or diesel. Look, the first thing is that petrol or diesel he have to procure. So this problem indicates first business services. Like he have to procure the petrol or diesel in large quantities. For buying in large quantities he needs funds. So for the funds he will go to the banking. This problem will be solved by the banking. He may take a loan from bank or funds for the short period and he may procure the petrol or diesel in large or bulk quantities. Second thing is how he will arrange the petrol or diesel in village. As I have already told you that petrol is produced in oil refineries, and how he will get the petrol in village. So this problem will be solved with the help of transport. Third problem is how he will cover the risk. There are various risks related to this business. He will cover the risk with the help of third business services, that is insurance. Next is how he will contact to his suppliers or customers. कि suppliers और customers से कैसे contact करेगा? So this problem will be solved with the help of communication services. Communication services. Under communication services, he may use telephone, postal or mails. Last one is how I will store that part of petrol or diesel. So this will be solved with the help of warehouses. Like in the oil refineries, they also have to store that petrol and diesel into their various warehouses. From that, they do transport the petrol and diesel on the required destinations. So these are some business services that I have already discussed with you in the first chapter, and in this chapter we will discuss these in detail. So moving towards the meaning of service. कि सर्विस क्या होती है? Anything which is separately identifiable and essentially intangible. Look, I am giving you meaning. Anything which is separately identifiable and essentially intangible and satisfy the wants of a consumer, that is known as service. कि जो भी चीज सेपरेटली आइडेंटिफाइबल, हम उसको अलग से आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं, पहचान सकते हैं, एंड एसेंशियली इंटेंजिबल, जो चीज क्या है इंटेंजिबल, विच कैन नॉट बी सीन और टच्ड, दैट कैन बी जस्ट एक्सपीरियंस्ड, कि हम उसे सिर्फ क्या कर सकते हैं, एक्सपीरियंस कर सकते हैं, महसूस कर सकते हैं, एंड सेटिस्फाइंग द वांट्स ऑफ कंज्यूमर और कस्टमर, जो कि कस्टमर की वांट्स को सेटिस्फाई कर रही है या कंज्यूमर की वांट्स को सेटिस्फाई कर रही है, दैट थिंग विल बी नोन एज सर्विस. So basically students are confused about what is the difference between a good and a service. Likewise, I'll give you an example of Domino's. If you are eating a pizza at that place, that is service, eating pizza. But if you are buying a pizza to take away for takeaway or home delivery, that you have buy a good. Good is tangible. Services are intangible because services can only be experienced. Services को हम सिर्फ experience कर सकते हैं. Like buying a railway ticket. आप railway ticket खरीदते हो, that is a good. But experiencing a journey आप जब करते हो, वो क्या है? Service है, provided by the railway. Similarly, आइसक्रीम आप खा रहे हो एक रेस्टोरेंट में, वो क्या है? एक सर्विस है. लेकिन अगर आप आइसक्रीम एक पार्लर से टेक अवेज के लिए ले रहे हो, that is a good. So goods are tangible, can be stored, can be takeaways, but services can be experienced only, and these are essentially intangible. So in the meaning we can say that services are essentially intangible, separately identifiable, which are not a good and satisfying the want of a consumer, that is known as services. So basically we can classify the services into three types. These are first one is business services, second one is social services, and third one is personal services. Business services I have already told you, like banking, transportation, communication, insurance, and warehouse. All the services which are complementary to the industry, which are helpful to the business, are known as business services. Without these services, we cannot imagine an existence of a business. Second one are social services, like I am educating free of cost to the slum children, or helping the needy people, or serving the needy people. These are social services. Likewise, NGOs are providing food or free education to the needy people. They are fulfilling their social services. Third one is personal services. Personal services are that services which vary according to the needs of the customer. Likewise, I may like that particular services, but another customer may not like that particular service. So personal services differs according to the customer to customer. Like we are eating in a restaurant, or I am taking grooming services in a salon, and these are the kind of personal services. In this chapter we will read about the business services, and under your syllabus only banking, insurance and communication. These are to be discussed in detail, rest we will discuss in short. So this was a case regarding the business services. Now we will move towards our next topic of the day, that is nature of the service. So next topic is nature of service. Although this topic is removed from your syllabus, but still I will discuss this topic as it is important for your general knowledge. Ki, what is the nature of the service? Nature means about the services, how these react. First point of the nature of the services, inconsistent. This point means that services are inconsistent to each person. These are performed exclusively. Likewise, in a hospital, if you see, there are large number of patients, but the doctor have to give his prescription to various patients according to their needs. In a restaurant, there are number of customers, but their services needs are different according to the customer's taste. So these services when are performed exclusively for each other, and these are inconsistent in nature. मतलब कि सेम नहीं रहते ये, हर कस्टमर के लिए अलग अलग। खाना खाना आपने, आपका कुछ टेस्ट होगा एक बार में और दूसरे का कुछ टेस्ट होगा, तो वो अपनी अपनी जरूरत के हिसाब से सर्विस लेंगे। ग्रूमिंग के लिए जा रहे हो आप, इफ यू आर मूविंग टू अ सैलून फॉर ग्रूमिंग, there are various needs of different customer, although they have same purpose like a haircut or any other purpose, but still there will be variety, difference in the each customer in the service. So second point is inseparability. Inseparability, it means we cannot differentiate or separate apart the services from its provider. And the second point we may write under this, that we cannot separate the production and consumption of the service. Like when doctor is giving his prescription, at the same time the patient is taking the prescription. When a restaurant is providing service, at the same time you are consuming that service. We cannot say that if you are patient and you will store the doctor's prescription, you cannot do that. So services are inseparable from the provider. Both are needed at the same time. The third point is inventory. This point says that we cannot store the services like goods. In case of goods, we can store them for an unlimited period. But in the case of services, you have to consume it simultaneously as its production goes on. So inventory of the services cannot be done. Next point is intangibility. Intangibility means that cannot be touched or seen. Services are, likewise I have already told you the meaning, these are essentially intangible. We cannot see services, we cannot touch the services, we can only experience the services. So this is essential part of services, that these are intangible in nature. It cannot be seen or it cannot be touched. Like for example, you can buy a railway ticket, that is a good. But experiencing a journey is a service. And last point in the nature is involvement. Involvement means that customer's participation in the service is essential. If the customer is not participating, the service may not get be done. If the customer is not participating, the service may not be provided. So customer's involvement is must. Likewise, if a doctor is operating, then the involvement of patient must be there. If there is no patient, there must be no operation. Similarly, in a restaurant, your involvement must be there. If you are not there, there will be no services in the restaurant. People must be there. In the ATM machine, a customer must be there to withdraw the money. Likewise in a bank. So that was the last point under the nature of the business services. It is involvement. On the basis of these points, we can also distinguish the goods and services. Likewise, if I use these bases in goods and services, first of all, you can write the meaning. Goods and services. Inconsistency. Services are inconsistent in nature. It means these are heterogeneous, different for all the people. Goods are homogeneous. It may be homogeneous, like chair. This is same for all the person. But services are inconsistent in nature. It varies according to the customer to customer. Second one is inseparability. Simultaneous production and consumption. It is not required in the case of goods. It is not required in the case of goods, but it is required in the case of services. Simultaneous production and consumption. Inventory, we can store the goods easily, but in case of services, it is less because services are perishable in nature. We cannot store the services. So, next point is intangibility. Services are essentially intangible in nature, but goods are tangible. We can see and touch all the goods. Likewise, I am touching this board. This is a good. But service, I am educating you. You are experiencing my teachings. So that this is point of intangibility. Last one is involvement. Services needs involvement. Likewise, I am teaching you, but you are not observing my lectures properly. You will not get anything. So in that case, my services will be proof fail. But in the case of goods, there can be no involvement of the customer. Likewise, I have to buy a chair. I can send another person in place of me, or I can order that for home delivery. But in case of services, this point is necessary. So this was the difference between goods and services. In today's lecture, we have only covered a short introductory part about the services and what are the various services. In this chapter, we will discuss in detail the routine matters of your life like in the banking. You have to go in banks, open various types of account, do various type of transaction like RTGS, NEFT. We will discuss in detail. Insurance, communication. These all are your daily routine matters, and we will discuss in detail in the next lectures. So I hope all have listened the lecture very carefully. With this, thank you. Signing off.